Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello.
First episode of DizneyNutz. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. You guys know it. Gonzo, DizneyDan, and a special guest. Well, the camera is this way, right here. Prince Charming.
We are definitely not worthy.
Oh, no. That was a nice intro, man. Wow.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was like some WWE stuff.
Ooh. We got to talk about WWE.
We do.
My man, thanks so much for being here. Our first guest on the first episode. We're honored for you to be with us today.
Oh,
What's
man.
going on, bro? How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there, going on 2 weeks of self-quarantine, going on a little, well, I'm crazy. Just getting crazier by the day and just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, man. I know it's hard, especially. Let's take the parks out for a second. We can't do anything. We can go to the restaurants. We can order online, or
it's hard to even walk outside. Yeah. You got to wear a mask, and at least where I live, you have to wear a mask. And
yeah, here too.
It's crazy. Yeah,
and then for some places, I don't know where they're Dan over here. If you don't have a mask, you can't go in. For example, supermarkets around where I live like 20 minutes away from that, around the parks.
Yeah,
and you can't go to the supermarket if you don't have a mask. You can go to Home Depot if you don't have a mask. So yeah, I mean, it's good because they keep you safe. Walmart is closing like at 6 o'clock. The good thing about Walmart down here is they actually have this machine that cleans the shopping cart. They clean it for you.
Oh, really? A machine?
Yeah, it's like something like drop smokes. I don't know about that stuff, but it is. They actually clean the shopping cart. The thing is that they will bring in like 4 people at the same time. And then when 4 people go out, another 4 comes in. So they keep that rotation. It's not like everybody can go in at the same time anymore. So you have to do online and everything down here. But they're close to 6.
I need to go to that Walmart.
Yeah, man.
See, we have a cool thing over here where supermarkets give you lockers around the city or around town, and they put all your groceries in a locker, and then you can go to that locker and pick up your groceries. So that's pretty cool. So,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Something a little different.
Are you guys allowed to be outside at all over there?
We're allowed 1 hour of exercise.
Okay.
I pretty much spend my time playing Pokemon Go for an hour. And I try and hatch like 1 10-kilometer like Pokemon egg a day. Wow. So I know I'm actually walking that much. And it keeps my mind occupied while I walk. But then obviously during that time we can go and get groceries or something. But obviously we need to like be careful what we're doing. But yeah, like that's pretty much what we're allowed to do. We're on like severe lockdown here, so
well, that's why your cases are going down, I believe. I mean, we're like extreme lockdown. Like I was driving like weeks ago, and the amount of people I saw on the highway, just mind-boggling to me. People just are out just to be out, and that's scary.
Yeah, it's scary. Like it's crazy. Like it's just even here today. Like we had an additional 3 weeks lockdown, and everyone was just like, you could tell there's a difference between the first 3 weeks and this 3 weeks because people are starting to get a little agitated. I want to get to work. I want to do this, and I need to go and pay bills and whatever. But if that's the rules, and that's the rules. So, but we have this big convention center in London. It's kind of like the one in San Diego Comic-Con. It's kind of similar to that. Turned it into a temporary hospital, and that it was able to hold something like 18,000 to 20,000 people for the virus. And do you know how many people they admitted? 19. That's it. Wow. 19. And I'm just like, I mean, it's good that we're able to manage in our hospitals that we have the people who have it, but all that hard work to get this temporary hospital like set up and ready to go, only to have 19 people go in. It's quite sort of interesting. But we're on the down now, which is good. But I don't know what it is like over there.
Florida's governor is saying we're coming down, but no one's been tested, and it's just a whole mess. Addie says, I believe the stay-at-home order should be over. They have shown the countries that are locking down are doing better than we are. So I think that's just because other countries have just been locked down, like Dan was saying. I think here in the U.S., it hasn't been as strict.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm ready for it to be over with. I want it to be over with, but I just don't want none of my friends to get sick. I don't want to get sick, and I don't know. I have mixed emotions about it all.
Yeah, and it's funny to mention this because I don't think the government has done a great job. They do okay job. It could be better. That's just my personal opinion. But like you said, I'm ready to go to the parks again, and hopefully, hey Lorena, how are you? Hopefully everybody will be safe, and they have these rules coming out to go to the parks. And I love to watch your blogs. I know you have your blogs every other day, and you talk about the parks, when it's going to open, what they did, what the governor is doing, and all that stuff. So you're keeping us updated, and Instagram as well. So I thank you for that, because at the same time you do your blogs, but you keep us informed.
Well, the thing I've been struggling with is video ideas. I know I said this weeks ago on a video. I'm out of ideas. So the last few weeks, I'm like, what else can I do that nobody else is doing? And that's news. I like watching the news. Now, I don't watch the news all the time, but when it comes to theme parks, I'm really interested. So I've been uploading these news videos, and they've been doing extremely good, extremely well. And it's something fun for me to do, and also fun for you guys to watch, because at the end of the day, we just want to know when the parks are reopening.
Well, it's absolutely true. I mean, just for me personally, there is no one else that I know who is covering news like this, and you're like sort of like my go-to person when I'm trying to figure out when the parks are opening, what's going on here, what's going on there. It's great seeing channels doing different things at home, taking drive-throughs, doing live streams. Like I said, but you're actually giving us the news that I think a lot of us want to hear.
That's what I would think.
And I think, and I don't really see, I know a lot of people do live streams like, oh, when do you speculate people are going to open? I think, Gonzo and I, we both have talked about, oh, what date do you think it's going to open? Yeah. But I think what you're doing, Dev, is great, that you're actually sort of digging around, trying to see what's happening, what Universal is doing, what Disney is doing, what's this, what's that. Yeah. And I think, it's great information. I think people should definitely go and see. Yeah, Candy Mom just said, Dev is my breaking news person.
Thank you, Candy Mom. I try. It's hard because I don't want to give out the wrong news. I don't want to start rumors. Yeah. That's why I always say, this is what I am finding. I always leave links. I give my own personal opinion. Yeah. But, news is news. I mean, even me watching CNN, I act like that too. So, I can't really be mad at anybody. What's up, Zip?
What's up, Patrick?
Hello,
good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Zip? How are you?
Man. Welcome in.
Especially right now that the news changes. One day we know something, the next day something else.
The news changes every hour, it seems like. Like the last 2 days, I've uploaded videos, both Universal and Disney, and then later in the evening, something else happens.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it's funny for us in the UK, because before all this, everyone was going absolutely crazy about Brexit, and then all of it was going crazy. Everyone was talking about Brexit, and then wait, this happens. Nobody is talking about it, obviously, because the whole world is on lockdown pretty much. And then I've heard people say, "Oh, I missed the discussions about Brexit and all that kind of rubbish," and I'm just like, "Hey, come on!"
Right.
So it's a crazy time. Like,
what's frustrating is I had plans to go to London this summer, and I
think I heard about that.
It's sad. I don't even know when I'm going to make it out of my house. So,
well, when you do manage to get over here, give me a buzz, and we can. Head over.
Absolutely.
I live in London anyway, so
right. Well, the Mickey Bunch, Kelly, I hope everything is well.
Yeah, Kelly.
Good friends in the chat right now.
Yeah, man. Kelly is there. Kelly, we love you so much. Thanks for being here. Kelly's with me and Al and all the friends on Saturdays.
Yeah, Sundays or the mornings, right?
Sunday mornings is Breakfast with Pals, but on Saturdays is where Kelly's with us at 11 o'clock. It's a little bit late, but it's YouTubers United, where we do the same thing like we're doing now. It's six of us YouTubers, and we talk about the news, Disney, and sometimes we put rides, video for rides. Or
let's talk about the green screen. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, me too.
I know, right?
I need to get one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I have since always. I had it. Just now I got more space.
Right.
Hopefully now you can come to my house once the thing is done because I'm ready. So
is your new house completely done?
Done, man. So we're ready. As long as the thing is over, you're down here. So you can see. And then I got this green screen we use. StreamYard actually recently came with green screen as well. Well, you still need the green screen, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's fun.
See, I'm overly jealous because Gonzo, you have a green screen behind you, and Dev, you got a great movie rights side behind you. I'm just like, what do I have?
Is that your college degree behind you? That's pretty cool.
Okay, so that is the only thing I could probably compete with. That is that is an original sketch from a Disney animator.
Oh, wow.
It's a Peter Pan sketch of Peter Pan by Disney animator Graham Dennison, and he worked on Winnie the Pooh and all those movies around that time. So, so that I got that for my 21st. So.
That's awesome.
So I've got the certificate of eligibility and the guy actually doing it. So it's all proof. It's all legit. It's so yeah. So that's the only thing I can. But you can't really see it, so because it's the same kind of my wall. So.
Yeah. Then my brother says here. Dan, I was reading some minutes ago that UK have two institutions: Oxford University and Imperial College, working with a human vaccine for the virus.
So Oxford University and Imperial College actually have started. Testing vaccines and cures. They did say it's very unlikely that there will be a result, but it's good that we're already starting to test patients and stuff, which is fantastic. So,
cool.
Yeah,
cool. So, guys, part of this new live stream is obviously to talk with friends and hang out, and every week we're gonna have a different guest, and. Dan came out with this great idea that we're gonna have a contest with our guests. And then whoever's in the top, we're gonna give them a big gift. We're gonna announce it, but it's like in competition, so it's like a couple of weeks competition. Whoever's in number one is gonna get a great Gonzo Dan gift. So Dan, you want to talk about it and see what's the rules of all stuff?
So we decided to come up with a trivia contest. Where it's going to be a set of 10 questions.
Nice.
5 questions. The first 5 are going to be Walt Disney World questions. They're going to be multiple choice, but they are not your like what attraction has this like. It's not simple questions. Right. They're quite tricky, and they're just like fun questions that I think might stump you. It's kind of like a guessing game. It's so to make it fair amongst other people going to be playing in the future, and then from questions 6 to 10, it's Disney animated trivia. 10 questions. The Walt Disney World.
Can we use Google?
No Googling.
No Googling.
No Googling, because you are going to be timed.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say you scored 10 out of 10.
Right.
And then next week, the next guest scores 10 out of 10. We need to decide who got the fastest time. So I'm going to be timing you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Pressure.
Okay.
Now,
trivia.
The Walt Disney World questions have come from my Walt Disney World trivia book by Lou Mongello, who's a good friend of Gonzo, Eyes and Owls and Big Fat Pandas.
Nice.
And then the animated questions I've just found off of the Google, the Yelp, the whatever. So, hey, David.
What's up, Brandy and David? No, I think that's Dave because Brandy usually puts hearts.
Yeah.
Yep, normally. Well, sometimes he likes to throw us off and put
Thanks for thinking that was her. Yeah.
Now he's going to start putting them in the chat. Right. So I'm going to time you. Okay. I will read the question, the multiple choice answers, and then
multiple choice. Okay.
And then I'll tell you the answers at the end. Okay.
Wait. Before we start, chat, help him out. Help him out.
Who's helping out?
Chat.
Oh, chat's helping him out. Okay. Wow. Alrighty. So here we go. I'm going to time you from 3, 2, 1. Right. Question 1. Which of these feature films never had an attraction or parade? A. Mulan. B. Toy Story. C. Ace Ventura. Or D. Treasure Planet.
Oh, that's a good one. A. Mulan.
Okay. Right. Question 2. Where can you find a Chinese restaurant in Magic Kingdom? A. Main Street. B. Liberty Square. C. Frontierland. Or D. Adventureland.
Adventureland. D.
Okay. Number 3. The courtyard in front of Mission Space is called what? A, Spaceport, B, Planetary Plaza, C, Alliance of Planets, or D, the Centaurium?
I don't know that one. We'll go with A.
Going with A. Okay. Right. 4. In the Tower of Terror, what time did the lightning strike stop the hotel plots? So we got A, 5:55 p.m., B, 8:05 p.m., C, 9:35 a.m., or D, 11:55 p.m.
D.
Okay. Right. Question 5. This is the last of the Walt Disney World questions. Disney's Animal Kingdom has the largest collection of what in North America? A, flowering trees, B, giraffes, C, animal keepers, or D, sprinkler heads?
Oh my gosh. What was A?
Flowering trees, so trees.
Okay, let's go with that one.
Go with that one. Okay. Right. No. Okay, animation. Which is the only Disney princess to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? There's not going to be a multiple choice for the animation questions. Just sorry, didn't mention that before. So, which is the only Disney princess to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I think I don't even think it's a princess. I think just Minnie Mouse.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Number 7. Which Disney character whose movie he or she is named after that doesn't speak? So, which main character whose movie is named after doesn't speak throughout his whole movie?
Oh my gosh. I need to watch Disney Plus. I'm waiting for the chat, but it's behind. Dumbo.
Okay, right.
I knew that.
Hey, what about?
Number 8. How many daughters does King Trident have in The Little Mermaid?
6.
Okay. Number 9. What fraternity does Mike Wazowski become a member of?
I can't answer that because I've never watched Monsters University.
Oh no!
I know.
Right, last question. What is the name of the song sung by Vanellope von Schweetz in Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Like what was it called?
Yep, what was the name of the song?
Oh, how much time do I have?
You're on 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Oh, about She Wants to Be a Princess. I don't know what it's called though. I'm gonna have to skip that.
Alrighty. Okay. So 3 minutes 36.
I'm not good at trivia.
That's okay. That's okay. Should we reveal scores now, or
we should
have to wait till the end of the show?
Oh, let's do it now. We should.
Let's do it now.
Okay. So let's go through the questions.
Okay.
Question 1. All Around the World Showcase. Which of these feature films never had an attraction or parade? And you said Mulan. It's actually Treasure Planet. Mulan actually did have a parade at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Where can you find a Chinese restaurant at Magic Kingdom? You went with Adventureland. The answer is Main Street USA. It's actually it is to do with the theming. It's above Casey's Corner in the second window. It says Chinese restaurant, local food from China. I
thought it had a tie with Adventureland. That makes sense. Okay. I'll look for that next time.
Number 3, the courtyard in front of Mission Space. You put Spaceport. It's actually Planetary Plaza. So we'll go on to the next one. The Tower of Terror. Time. You went with 11:55. It's actually 8:05.
I should have known that. Okay.
Disney's Animal Kingdom. Disney's Animal Kingdom. You got this one right, which was the flowering trees.
I don't know.
Trees. There are over 100,000 trees at Animal Kingdom and 10.5 million individual grass plants, which is pretty cool. The only Disney princess to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame is Snow White, Disney's first animated film. You're right with Dumbo, being that is the only character who doesn't speak in his own movie.
Thank you, chat.
Thanks, ABC.
How many daughters did King Trident have? You went with 6. Just bumped it up to 7 because you needed to count Ariel. It was 7.
Oh, okay.
Unlucky there. Monsters University. Mike was the fraternity of Uzma Kappa. I would definitely recommend watching that movie.
I'll watch that tonight on Disney Plus.
It's a good film. And the song by Vanellope von Schweetz is Slaughter Race, when she's driving the car and she wants to be a racing driver.
I thought you said song, not race. That's
what's the name of the song sung by Vanellope von Schweetz? I put it Slaughter Race.
Okay.
So we came up with, unfortunately, we've got 2 out of 10, but
are you going to ask the same questions week after week, or are you going to change them up?
I'm going to be changing them.
Okay.
You have nothing to worry about.
So when I go to the parks with my friends and family, we'll play Heads Up. I suck at that game. I never want to play because I don't know. I hate trivia.
That's all right. It's all about the taking part, and we thought it'd be quite a fun idea for this big show.
I learned some new things that I obviously didn't know.
3 minutes. There we go. I think it's a good time though, actually. So
you write it down, right? You write it down.
Yep, got it all down. There we go. Fantastic. Right.
That was fun.
Awesome. Right. I have a question for you, Dev, if Gonzo, you don't mind.
Oh,
now, you and I both have something very much in common. We both have worked for the mouse himself.
Right.
What was your experience like working for Disney, and what was your experience like? I know obviously there's only so much you can say, but what was your experience like? How did you get into it? Was it college program? Was it part-time? What was your story?
Well, I started with the Disney college program. Originally, I was supposed to be a lifeguard, and then my recruiter told me I should audition. Yeah, you were a lifeguard, right?
Well, no, I was meant to be a lifeguard too.
Okay,
clearly they don't like people being lifeguards.
I don't think so.
Because I was told to go to the Contemporary. So.
That's right. Okay, you told me that story. It's ringing bells. So I don't know. I was a little disappointed. I was like, lifeguard? That was like my number 4 choice or something like that. So I was like, And then luckily I told my recruiter, I have some theater background. How would I even try to get inside entertainment? So she told me there's an audition. Went. Spent 6 hours there. I got it. So they changed me from lifeguard to entertainment. Now I was like super pumped to come down here, and just the magic that I was able to create every single day for thousands of families. And I miss it every day. Maybe one day I will be able to go back and do what I loved. But I think just seeing the smiles on the kids' faces, and then seeing like mom just cry happy tears, and then of course dad in the corner trying not to be happy, and you can clearly tell he feels some type of way. And I could sit here and tell you 100 stories, but just getting to hug those kids and just create that magic, and why people love coming to Disney. I miss it every single day.
Yeah. I mean, I have, when I did my program, I had a lot of friends who went off to go into entertainment too. And they said just being able to go out to the parks and interacting with those families and to share those experiences. And even I think some of my friends went over to Make-A-Wish. No, not Make-A-Wish. Give Kids the World.
I never got to work that shift. That was all the full-timers sucked that dry. So I never got to. They
said it was, I repeat, they said, it was amazing, but also it kind of just like really gets you in the feels.
Oh yeah,
because obviously it's for such a great cause, and for them to do that. And
so I could do Make-A-Wishes, and I learned the skill Make-A-Wish very late in my Disney career. With the few Make-A-Wishes I did, I can definitely just see how it just breaks you, just because they may not ever get to do this again.
Yeah, it's something special, and I think especially as for us both being cast members, we remember those days where one of those days may have not been our best day, or it was a tough day, but you still kind of like, actually, you know what, we're still actually making that magic, and it's still it's still worth it. I remember one of my shifts where I got the wrong shoes from costuming. Those black horrible shoes, and
the white socks.
With those whites. So they were the complete wrong size, and I was walking for all of my shifts. And this is when I first started off as a custodian. I was going from like trash can to bathroom to trash can to bathroom for literally 10 hours straight. And I just remember getting home and taking those shoes off was like ripping off 100 Band-Aids. It was painful as. It was awful. But it was worth it though.
I kind of have a story to go along with that. I don't know how much I can say, but I was hanging out with Goofy in Epcot character spot, and I had the later shift. And when you have a later shift, it's kind of slim pickings. You don't have the best, costume pieces to wear. And there was one pair of shoes left, and they were so small. And I have this ginormous feet to begin with. I had to put probably 5 pairs of socks on just so my foot would go into that. But I'm trying to do my walks, and I can't walk. I'm walking like a penguin or something because it hurts to lift up my shoe. And there is some good, that's something like that I'll always remember. But it's,
it's those memories though. Yeah. You go through those times where at the time it's painful or it's uncomfortable, whatever. But you look back on it and you're like, actually, that was hilarious.
Like
and it's one of those
have double shifts or triple shifts.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I would love to go back. Would you go back if you could, Dan?
If I could, 100%. But for me now, being in a full-time career and having my life here and having my partner here.
Would you ever move to the US?
100%. So I'm in teaching.
Right.
If a school in Florida offered me a position and say, right, we are Orlando Prep or whatever it is, we'd like to offer you a position, I'd take it.
Can you apply or can you not apply? You
can apply, but I believe the school or wherever your workplace has to sponsor you for you to get a visa.
Yeah.
A working visa. So if I was to, that would be amazing. But
you can teach for Disney.
I could teach for Disney. So I had a friend who went to go to teach in China for Disney.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she said it was amazing. She went to Shanghai, Disneyland, and Hong Kong, and then went over to Tokyo and Disney Sea and all that. And she said it was amazing. But for me, if I was able to move to Florida and being able to do the one thing that I love, that's teaching, and then be around Disney, that's just, I would, done deal. I'd be happy with that. So, but obviously commitments here and, trying to convince people.
I really do hope one day it works out. I would like to have you here. You're a good friend of mine. I feel like when you are here, it's just so limited because you want to see everybody, and I don't want to be that guy. And it's nice to have you here. We did the Beverly Challenge together.
We did. For the brief time I was there, because I had commitments of being an athlete.
I don't blame.
and then we saw Phantasmic, and you got your lightsaber that day. I remember.
I did.
And you were like, right, Dan, hold this while I go and get popcorn. I was just like, are you serious? This is like $200, dude.
See, the thing with those live streams, that's why I don't live stream anymore. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I don't know how Josh and Jenna. Because there's 2 people. It's only just me.
Right. Yeah.
Gonzo, would you ever work for Walt Disney World or the Disney company?
I would. That's my plan to retire. That's on my bucket list. When I retire, I want to be one of those old men and work there greeting people.
That high fives with the Mickey.
Yeah. That will be my great ending. My chapter, GONZO'S chapter in the world, will be working at Disney at the end. I got a question for you guys though. What's better, the pay or the perks when you work at Disney?
Perks.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, Dev, but when I was doing the college program, I spent all my free time at Disney. Yeah. I did not go to Universal at all. I didn't.
I would have to have some Universal days.
Well, the thing is, I only was there for 3 months.
Oh, yeah. So
it wasn't worth it for me getting an annual pass.
Right.
So I did when I wasn't working. So if I was, say, working on a day, if I was working in the evening, I'll be in Magic Kingdom in the morning. Or if I was working in the morning, I'll be in Magic Kingdom in the evening. And then my days off, I'd be at another park. So, and that'll be it. The only other place I'll go to is Walmart.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what my life was for 3 months.
See, that's how I did. I would, I didn't really get to pick my shifts, but I would arrange for me to have a shift. I loved evening shifts because, the parks are just crazy anyway. So I could wake up, I can go to the parks early, do what I need to do while the parks are still not too busy. And then I work that I love the 1 to 3 o'clock shifts. That way I'm out by 9, and then I have the whole rest of the evening. So Tusker House Group 3.
Right.
I know you guys don't know what that is, but Tusker House was my favorite place to work at. I love it. It was easy. The people were nice. You got to do your own thing. The managers went watch over you. I loved it. And I would swamp. I would try to trade for that shift just because I had my mornings and I had my nights, and I would work during the day. So I could go to the parks before, and I could still make happily ever after. Because back then, that's when the parks would stay open till like midnight. That just doesn't exist anymore. Even in the summer, it's weird.
It's definitely
Hello, Disney nerds.
Disney Nerd Herders, welcome in. Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
They just crossed 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's the hardest part. Now it's easy.
So is.
So let me ask you a question. Who's your favorite character that you work with?
Oh, Goofy.
Yes.
Goofy. I had to get him tattooed on me. I don't know. Me and him just connected with just the personalities, and I don't think people understand how underappreciated Goofy is, because Goofy brings in, like, people get so excited to meet Goofy. I think it's Mickey, then it's Goofy.
Yeah.
And I just don't think a lot of people understand Goofy, and moms love Goofy.
I haven't heard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
I could tell you so many stories, but women, especially married women, they love Goofy.
It's true. Like I mean, I have all the. I don't know about you guys, but I think actually, Dave, you probably know the best. But whenever I go and do a meet and greet, all the characters that are tall,
right?
So, say someone like Baymax or Goofy or Chewbacca, they all give the best hugs. They always do.
But fun fact, Baymax was not really tall.
Interesting.
That is a very complicated costume.
I could imagine so. So here's a story. So when I first applied to be on the college program, I didn't put down entertainment at all.
Right.
In the UK, you can actually
they just come to you and pull you. You don't have to audition.
And so I was at Disney headquarters. I was getting ready for my interview, going to show them how well I was going to be a lifeguard, blah, 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 even though I wasn't ending up being a lifeguard. And I was halfway through my interview. My interviewer just gets up, gets a tape measure, and starts measuring me. Yeah. And just like, so I said, excuse me, I just want to know why you're measuring me. And she goes, well, we just want to know if you, what height you were in case you would like to do entertainment.
Right.
And I'd be like, thank you very much. Maybe not sure is I know I'm very animated in my sort of way.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It isn't. But I knew a lot of friends who were in entertainment. It's
I kind of compare entertainment to YouTube, especially you guys probably know it too, because both of you are monetized now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I get some comments saying, oh, YouTube is not a job. You're living the life and yada, yada, yada. And then I would hear the same thing about entertainment. Oh, well, you're entertainment. That's easy. That's not work. And those two things are very extremely hard. Making videos are hard. We're putting so much of our free time into these videos and live streams. We're sacrificing a lot. I sometimes miss out on life because I'm looking through the camera lens and not with my real eyes. Yeah. And entertainment, it's such a hard job because you're communicating with not your voice, and also the people you make magic for, they'll never know what you look like or what your name is. As cast members, you have that name tag right there. So if you do something good, you can go to Main Street and tell them, hey, Dan did a great job. And then you would get rewarded. As entertainment, we didn't wear a name tag. We weren't showing anything. And I don't know. It's very complicated. I don't think a lot of people kind of understand
the work you go through.
And entertainment, and everybody works. You just have to work nowadays. And I don't know, man. I miss it. You know, this is a great conversation. It's making me reminisce about the past. And
well, Charlie for the Disney Nerd has a question. He said, if Sophie, their daughter, wanted to be a person in the parade, dancing or singing in front of the castle, can you give a rough idea of what she'd have to do? So in preparation of that, I mean, I don't really know a lot, but I know through things like traditions and classes and stuff, practice dancing is probably the best thing, because I know the characters do a lot of dancing in parades and in shows, and so that's kind of like the main thing. But I don't know, if you want to, you know, be in entertainment, I mean, it's just that working hard at your craft, I'm guessing. So
yeah, I mean, when I started, I had a theater background, but I was not a dancer. You know, I have 2 left feet. I was not a dancer, but luckily I just got to go right into entertainment based on my height, and I did have a good sense of animation. But they have workshops throughout the year, and even they have some workshops where you don't have to be in entertainment. It's basically like an audition. So the more you go to these workshops, the more the directors will see you and you'll learn. So at the end of my career with Disney, I started learning basic dancing, and then I left the company. I worked a little bit on dancing, and then I auditioned for Universal. And that's kind of how I got my start with dancing and being a dancer in a show in the parade. And luckily, Universal gave me that opportunity before Disney did. But if I ever go back to Disney, well, now I have that experience from Universal. So definitely practice. Practice makes perfect.
I have a one quick sort of story where so when I was living, I lived in Patterson Court with 5 other cast members, and one of them was also in entertainment. Funny enough, he was friends with Goofy.
Nice.
I don't know what year. What year did you do your program?
16.
Oh, same year as me. So you might know the you might know the guy.
I think we talked about that one time. We're like, how did we not see each other? You lived in Patterson?
I was living in the Contemporary at the time.
Did you live in Patterson?
I lived in Patterson.
So when I extended for January through May of 17, I was in Patterson, but
so maybe
I was in Chatham May through January.
Okay, because I was
16.
I was June till August in 16.
So yeah, we were there at the same.
We could have.
Wow.
So you might know the guy who I was living with. His name was Sam Mullen. He was tall. No way.
I think he still works here. I want to say.
He's over in Disneyland Paris.
Okay, because I see his Instagram. That's
hilarious. So he taught me how to do Goofy's signature. And
oh wow!
So what was cool was, you know, the little wet pad in Japan. So what I would do is I would write on the pad Goofy's signature. So and then just watch while people walk past and see, it's Goofy. Yeah. Goofy's, I think it's just something. Dude, that's hilarious.
We had to know how to do it with not looking.
Yeah, so, that's what he said. I mean, he was just like, yeah. So you must know a few people that
I know a ton. So if you ever need an autograph, let me know.
We'll have to talk off stream of who we might.
So funny story. When I first started hanging out with Goofy, I had to go to the bank one time, and I was taking some money out. You know where you have to sign at the bottom. I signed Goofy instead of mine. Well, I caught it before I gave it to the lady, but that just
there was one who.
There's times I still walk, or I'll still do the foot pop.
I do the 2 finger.
Oh yeah.
But I heard someone who they were at Crystal Palace, and I think it was Eeyore. He did the signature on the tablecloth rather than the pad of paper. So
you can't see.
It's hilarious, but yeah, no, that's so funny. It's just the Disney habits, and I think only really cast members can. I mean, when I teach a class and someone tells me, "Oh, where's the glue sticks?" or "Where's," and I'm always 2 finger pointing. I'm like, "It's over there."
But you know what? That's what Disney does. Disney has really good habits that will benefit you in the long run. And pointing like this, it looks way better than pointing like this.
Oh,
it's more professional.
It feels pretty awkward now when I do it.
Right.
Oh gosh.
So let me ask you a question for you guys, for Dan as well. Once you know you have to work with a certain character, let's say Chewbacca, Goofy, or whatever, you guys have to watch a lot of movies, learn about the character a lot, or they teach you that, or how would that work?
So in the beginning, you have to be friends with a Fab Five character. So you learn pretty much everybody. So my Fab Five was, of course, Goofy. So that's like, that's how you start.
Gotcha.
And then if you get pulled to a certain character, you do have to kind of re-audition, and then you have to learn that character. So Star Wars is completely different than the Fab Five. So with Chewbacca, I had a 5-day course. I had to learn everything about Chewbacca. And same thing with Vader. When I was hanging out with Vader, it was a 5-day class. So you can't just say if you get pulled for Vader and Chewbacca, you can't do it at the same time. You have to spend 1 week doing that, 1 week doing that. Star Wars Disney has to treat Star Wars so differently because that's a huge,
It's a more mature sort of
Right.
audience.
Yeah.
And you can even tell, I mean, look, when you go and meet and greet with a character, every character is portraying how they would portray on screen.
Right. Yeah.
And you go and meet Chewbacca or you go and meet Darth Vader, and it actually feels like
That's exactly what they
like. It's there must be so much training and so much. That's what you said. It was a long time just to even get to the point where you became friends with those particular characters. So
Gotcha.
Chewbacca was fun. I really enjoyed Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Must be fun.
Chewie was good.
Yeah, you came to Chewie a few times, right?
Yeah. Chewie was good. So let me ask you,
hugs.
have you guys ever by any chance forget and Goofy talk or sneeze or something like that? Oh no.
What do you mean? Like
you forget that you're there and you start,
you'll be terminated.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't play with that. That's why they train you so long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Just even obviously I wasn't in entertainment, but they keep everything backstage very hush hush. Like you must. You may think it's all the cast members are very happy, very positive. They bring that Disney magic, but you have that sense of responsibility where you can't spoil the magic. It's just not the Disney way.
I feel bad kind of saying what I say, but I try to say it in like obviously we're not morons on here, so we kind of can understand the sign language. But even to this day, when people ask me, I'm like, I can't talk about it. I don't want to mess up your magic, because I'll tell you one thing. Before I was working here and before I was in entertainment, and then I was a cast member and I learned everything, I did feel differently because I knew all the secrets. And I don't want, it's just not right for people. I don't want to just mess up that magic for you, because, once you know the secrets, I guarantee you will not look at it the same way.
I mean, people have asked me, what happens in the Utilidors, and I'm just not going to say it. I'm just not going to.
Nah.
I mean, everyone knows of the Utilidors, but they ask me what happens. I'm just not going to, because it's just not right. It's not, it's just.
And there's nothing even special about the Utilidors.
It's nothing anyway.
People think it's like New York City under there or something.
When you did traditions and they said, "Oh, you're right underneath Cinderella's castle," I'm like, "Really?"
I'm like,
"What do you mean?
Where?"
Wow.
But you can take that behind the Kingdom Keys tour and you can go on there.
Yeah.
And you guys can know what I'm telling you, it's cool because you can say you've been down there and you got to see it, but I promise it's nothing like.
It's not worth it. Yeah, and I agree. And me and Dev have we spend time together, go eat, go in the parks, and that's the thing that I love about him, that he doesn't talk about that stuff. He doesn't want to do it for me or for our friends or stuff like that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, and I think everybody does that. I mean, that's why I don't like those videos that behind the scenes and all that stuff. I don't like that, because then it ruins for me.
Right.
And I don't like that. So
I even feel bad for like Rise of Resistance when I did my opening day video, or even minis. I feel bad because I don't want to show you the entire ride. I want you to be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I just I just don't want to ruin the magic. Never.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, even for like for I don't know about you guys, but as soon as something like The Mandalorian came out,
right,
and literally the whole internet was blown up by Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
And for us in the UK, Disney Plus only came out last month.
Right.
So the surprise at the end of the episode, the first episode, I'm like, oh, great. I mean, it's not really a surprise anymore, you know, because I already knew what was coming. Whereas if I was there at the time, then obviously, whether it's Rise of Resistance or whatever, you know, it's you kind of just don't want to spoil it in a way.
Right.
But that's kind of like the age we live in now. So.
I mean, yeah, especially like Endgame. I mean, I had to shut my phone off the entire day because I did not want to see anything.
So I think I was in this, let's just say this community or the UK, we saw it before the Americans did. Because it came out a couple of hours before we did, because obviously we're further ahead in time. So I was on the phone with my friend Adam from Adam's Land. He's a friend of, and we were just talking and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, oh, God, we can ruin the whole American YouTube community.
Even like a few days before the movie came out, people were, I don't know how, but they got some footage from the red carpet in California, and they were already uploading. I'm like, didn't they take your phones away?
Yeah, I did the whole 6 hours. I watched Infinity War and Endgame all in one go.
Yeah, I wanted to do that, but tickets were sold out.
Yeah.
So I know I can talk to you guys about Marvel. That's a whole different subject.
Yeah.
I've been so bored. I started rewatching Marvel in order.
So I'm on like Winter Soldier now.
I'm trying to like find things I never realized. And now that I've watched all the way through Endgame, you know, they were giving us hints the entire time of how they would set up. And even going into Phase 4, they have talked about it many times. I think it's fascinating. I mean, so cool.
Even the smallest things. When the film came out, or even like a couple of weeks after the movie came out, everyone's talking about that end scene, that portal scene where everyone comes through, and I'm just like, when Sam said "on your left" to Cap, I was like, dude, like that's the biggest callback to the first scene in the Winter Soldier where Cap said to Falcon "on your left" when he was running down in on the Washington. You know, wherever tournament. Yeah, I'm just like, that is just genius. It's like 3 words, "on your left," and I'm just like, come on, like we all knew this was going to happen.
I have to ask you guys, if you only have to choose 5 Marvel movies, starting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 being best, what would your 5 be? Do you need time to think?
You want to go? Or should...
Guys, you're sitting down, right?
Yeah.
I don't like Marvel.
Right, so my picks are
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would go number 1, Civil War. I love Civil War. I think it's
fantastic. I saw that one. It's good.
It's good that one. 2, Infinity War, then Endgame number 3. 4 would be Iron Man, I think. And then 5, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
The first one. Yeah. My number 1 would be Black Panther.
Good film.
Number 2, Infinity. Number 3, Guardians 1. Number 4, oh man,
it's hard.
It's hard.
Number 5 would be okay. So number 4 would be Civil War. Number 5 would be Captain Marvel.
Nice.
But that's hard. That's hard because there's so many other good ones.
It's definitely hard to choose.
My favorite though is Guardians of the Galaxy. I cannot wait to the 3rd one. I think why I like Black Panther so much is because the story was so good from the first minute to the last minute. It made sense. And there's just not a lot of movies out there that will keep your interest the entire length of the movie.
It was definitely a much more mature Marvel film than the others have been.
Right. I can't wait for the ride. That ride's going to be good. That's going to be a hell of a ride. Roller coaster.
It's going to be crazy.
That's going to be good. But I don't like Marvel, but I like Tiger King.
Who doesn't like Tiger King right now?
Do you hear season 2 ready to go?
I think they're making a movie. That's what everyone's talking about.
Oh my gosh!
I wonder if that would have came out a month before quarantine, would it still be that popular?
I feel like it's one of those TV shows where, I don't know about you, it's so bad that it's amazing.
Yeah,
it just kind of hooks you.
Yeah. See, I relate that show to the film Batman and Robin with George Clooney in it, where it's so bad. It's so bad, but you just love it.
Come on, give me a chance, beeping. Oh man, this is too much. It's too much.
Oh dear,
guys, I really appreciate you guys and for being here. Appreciate that for being here.
Of course, I want to be on Sunday's show with Kelly.
With Kelly, on Saturdays at 11 p.m.
I call next on that.
Okay, cool.
I think that'd be fun.
I got you. Yeah, for sure. We do it. No problem.
Man, it's always fun talking to you, man.
It's good to see you, pal. I know we wanted to get some sort of stuff done at some point, so we will definitely
stay safe and let me know. And like I said, the plan is to come out there sometime, hopefully soon.
Dude, let me know, and we can sort some stuff out. We can check out some pubs, some food, some
How
Disney
far
stuff.
is Alton Towers from you?
Alton Towers is in the north of England, but there's Thorpe Park, which is near us, which is definitely a good theme park. It's more of a Universal than a Disney park, which is good. So maybe we can check that out. That'd be good. Maybe we could put some plans in place or something.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll keep you updated. Gonzo, thank you for having me. Let's hang out when this is over with. I'll come to your house.
You know it.
Hopefully we'll be going to Disney soon wearing a mask together. So
amen to that. Amen to that. Guys, and thank you for being here. And Deb, thanks for being our first guest. And remember that competition, we keep you posted. Dan, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you.
Really excited to have this project start and work with you side by side. And chat, thanks so much for being here. If you guys want to stay tuned, about 6 or 6:02, Disney Friends starts with Al and Addie. We have more Sunshine Please with us today. So I'll see you guys soon at 6. And guys, love you. Thank you so much.
Just next week, quickly, next week, it will be on my channel. We're doing alternate channels.
Yes.
So DizneyNutz is going to be same time. It'll just be on my channel. So if you like the show, if you want to continue watching DizneyNutz, come and check out my channel. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll be able to watch episodes.
You should put a little Mickey hat on the squirrel.
That's all we're gonna do. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Right. So so next week will be on my show, on my channel. So with another special guest, and well, thank you, Dev, and
of course,
thank you,
yeah, Dev. Thanks so much, guys. See you soon. See you in a couple of minutes, Disney friends. Peace out.
See you
later. Take care. Stay safe. Wash those hands.
Yeah, wash those hands. Stay safe. Be good. See you guys at Disney.